And good day, guys. As you can see, you can basically see my hand, but I want to welcome you guys to my first episode of Cat Smiles Creations. Today I am going to be fiddling around and making some stencils and some stamps because I want to work with clay tomorrow. Or tonight, basically for me, but it'll be tomorrow for you guys. And so yeah, so well, oops, and I just totally knocked the camera. Sorry, guys. So yeah, this is just gonna be me messing around, and if you guys jump in, definitely start chatting. And yeah, if I'm doing something definitely wrong, tell me. I would love to learn and share what I find, and yeah, just have some fun. You guys will be seeing a lot of mistakes, a lot of cats, definitely, everywhere. And if any time this actually stops recording, please let me know. I am still messing around with the camera. But yeah, so this is going to be fun. I do have pretzel going, so let me know if you guys can hear that or anything, because I'm not actually sure what you guys can hear or not, even though I did a sound test. So yeah, let's get it started. But so far, I just sat at my computer desk. You guys can find that on my Twitter. Oh, and we have someone talking. No music? Do you not hear it, or do you not want it? Oh, desktop audio. Yes, 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 yes. I did take that off. Goodness gracious, cats. Desktop audio right there. Okay, yeah, I think I had it off. I turned everything off when I said the stream was starting, because I wasn't sure what music was in the background. I don't really like to have things. Oh, that does zoom. Yay, it zooms. Sweet, thanks. Oh, it does zoom. Woohoo! Yay me! It's the first time I've set up the camera like this, so this is like super different. Yeah. But yeah, I'm working with clay. I'm going to be making some paper clay tonight. So that's going to be super awesome. But I can't do that really on stream since this is like basically as good as I get. So I'll be doing the clay tonight, but I wanted to make sure I had the stencils done. So I thought, why not stream, right? We have to get myself used to it anyway. Plus, this is just kind of cool. So these were just some guides that I wanted to do tonight. Not these yet. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I don't know. Can you see that? Great. So yeah. And then these are some puzzles that I want to test out. So that is my plan for tonight. How are you doing tonight, by the way? Yeah, it's tonight. It's 4 o'clock my time, so it's going to be probably later for you guys. Let's get this set up. So I got my knife. I do worry because I don't really have a correct setup here, especially with how many cats I have. So I'm like really hesitant on how to do stuff. So yeah, it's nice. I do plan on, oops, and I just knocked all my papers all over the floor. Goodness crap. Yep. I do plan on uploading this to YouTube as well, but just with edits of, cleaner. So yeah, I also did change how I planned evening, not night. True. It's still supper time. Sorry. Like, you don't see what I'm actually doing on my side, but I did just clean out a whole bunch of these. Can you see that? Great. I just hit the camera, so it's like totally out of focus now. So I'm going to be using these actually with the stencils and such. And I just actually thought about this idea last night, this morning technically, but last night, and I want to see how that actually works. So I have some super glue. No, I don't have any super glue. I have some bottles, and yeah, they're still wet though. I'm so upset. I was like, why are you still wet? And I'm like having my earphones buds. There we go. Let's see if we turn them around, if that helps. I actually have them in my ears, and it makes my voice sound super weird. Can you guys get that? Great. Yeah, all I'm doing is just cutting up. I mean, honestly, it's pretty easy. It's not going to be perfect. Like I said, I just go ahead and cut this. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm going to try to be, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, I've always liked the honeycomb style. I think I'm just going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and do one with 4, and then we'll add on later on. Because I want to do one with 1 at least. So we'll just go over this line. And some of you guys are going to be watching like, what? Why are we watching this? But it's fun. It really is fun. It's just fun to go back and do some handcrafting, you know? Yes, I think that'd be great for the first set. What I want to do later on as well is get a whole bunch of metal ones. I think I'm going to do some out of some cans and just see if I can use those as some punches. But today I'm actually going to be working with hot glue, making some stencils with hot glue, and then I'm going to glue them onto one of these, and we're going to cut this up tonight and kind of get it about the same size as you would a rolling pin. And then I'm going to actually put the stencil over one, not over, this is going to be changed, and then over the plastic. Because I want to be able to see what I'm punching. Because I was thinking about doing like the cardboard or maybe even a darker plastic, but I really want to see where I'm punching. Especially if I'm doing scales, because that's what I want for my dragon. If you guys seen any of the pictures of my dragon dice tower, that's what I'm actually doing this for, is the scales. So that is about what I wanted. So we'll go ahead and start this. Let's see if my scissors. I love these scissors. I don't know where I got them, but I just love them. They go through basically anything. Okay, make sure you guys can actually take these off. My cats love these. Plus, they're just perfect circles. Oh, come on. Okay, forget it. Be careful when you grab a pair of these and make sure the tip is always on before you start cutting. Just for anybody who really doesn't work with X-Acto knives very often. And the blade will bend, so you also want to make sure that whatever you're going through doesn't bend the blade so it snaps. And there we go. Especially if you have animals or kids or anything, always cap it because you never know when something's going to happen and it goes flying. Let's see. So I want it about that inch. I'm going to go ahead and cut it there since I can't get rid of that right now. All my bottles are still wet. They're still wet. No. But yeah. My glue seems like it's heating up nicely, so that's great. I've got the first pattern I want to start with. And the screen has not frozen me yet. Yay. So I don't know. I just think this is going to be fun. I'm going to keep the bottom because I just like how this looks. It's perfect for basically any crafts. So who knows, maybe we'll get to see something else that I craft with these. Now pretty much everything that I will be making either on, oops, and that is Jules, who is my popsicle here. Come on, come on. That is why you always have everything capped and safe and cat beds everywhere. Because you can end up with stuff like that. Oh, you didn't even get to see that. But oh, but that is Jules. You will see him. So definitely use these if you guys, for anything. These are great for collecting your keys, change, planting. Just, you know, cut into these here. Little stoppers so that the water pulls out. Yeah, it's just great. So that's going to be definitely usable for stuff. So I got this down. I'm going to have what I'm going to do later on is pull out the big guns. I actually like that curve, but we're going to go ahead and cut that off too. So yeah, go ahead and cut that out as well, because I need to, I don't know. But what I'm planning on doing later on is bringing out my big toys, like my heat gun and stuff. So that's going to be super fun, but I definitely need to make sure I have a safer area before doing anything like that. Because as you can see, if I had my glue gun on me right now, that would have totally burnt myself or them, and that's just not right. And the heat gun will totally fix all these curves so that you're able to use all of the plastic. Because if you go to a store, this plastic's actually kind of expensive, and you're just like, dude, I just need a piece of plastic. Yeah, see with my heat gun, I just did once, twice, and that would have been not on the floor. It would not have been on the floor. So give me a second if you guys see this. I am just grabbing the stuff off the floor. Yeah, I know. If you want to check it on me periodically, that'd be great, because I don't know if my camera stops on me.
You mean on Twitch, though, right?
Yeah, I'm on Twitch.
You tried to find me, couldn't find you.
I don't know then. Just try to find me for my link, see if I'm live. I don't know if it's working. First time I've done this.
Okay, gotcha.
And this is the other side that I thought about doing, so I was actually focusing on the other way, but that way has more of an opening. So we'll see. My setup might change, but basically you guys are going to see exactly the same thing. So the papers fell, my plastic fell, what else fell? And in the background, you guys will hear Old Bob 1025, and that is the hubby. He is also a Twitch streamer for MechWarrior Online, Battletech, and all of the old-fashioned games. Okay, sorry, I had to plug at least. I have to remember that you guys don't see anything I do other than what's in this teeny little box. I'm sorry. Like, why am I watching a blank screen? But yeah, I'm on my gum. I'm gonna have to cut some more off. Okay, come on. Because if it bows now, it's not going to be able to do what I need it to do. So I'm cutting here. And also what I'm planning on making is a board. Not a board, but just something. So that I can have, like, measurements. Because I don't cut straight, period. I can't make a straight line. I just, nope, not happening. No matter how hard I try. Cat doesn't go straight. So good. That's about the size that I would want. My rolling pin's not that thick. Can you guys see my fingers? Great. It's not that thick, so that actually will work out. And see if this works. Yeah. I do have another one. This is just like, I don't know where I got this one. I will have all of the items I use in the videos in probably Facebook, Twitter, at least a link in Twitter at least. And also on the YouTube video after I edit all of this. And as you can see, it doesn't go very far, so let's go ahead and do it this way, yeah. I do want to even up these lines just a little. Because remember, when you're using the glue, I'm making a stencil right now. Hi, Jules. Can we not get up here, please? Yeah, I'm going to want to clean up some of these lines. What I'm going to use is just a regular popsicle stick. If you can find them no. You can find them at any of the dollar stores, any place you know, like crafting items. And just kind of clean that up. Because if you're working with clay, do remember anything that you punch into it will show up. So no matter if you're going to clean it up now, if you're going to clean it up later, it is still always a clean up. And if you get the glue right where it's just solidifying, so like that was an easy cleanup right there, even though I made a bigger mess. But just kind of push it in. Now don't always listen to me, because there's always someone else better out there who could teach you better. I'm just doing it the way I'm doing it. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just like, oh, let's try it. Curiosity got me. See, like now it's about too late to get some of these corners. Yeah, see, like right there, that's just all too messy for me. Yeah.
Move it that way.
Me move this way? Okay. How about this? Better? Yeah, see, I'm just going to cut that off. Just make sure when you're doing this, be very careful. Huh?
No, not the other way. And yeah, you're right.
Okay. Sweet, thank you. Because you are going to melt the plastic, so anything that you do, we'll do that. Yeah, I have to be careful on everything I do because I don't want my cats eating the glue either. My cats eat the weirdest things. So yeah. So that was attempt 1. As you can see, not a good attempt. But it did do something kind of cool, so I know what to do on that. So maybe not hot glue on this yet. So I'll go back to, I'm going to be still using this. That's why I brought 3 over. I think I have 3 over. So I brought 3 over just in case. That's not damaged by any means. I'm still going to use it. I'm just not going to use it for that particular thing. I'll do, yeah, I'm going to do what I planned on doing the first time. That was just something I wanted to try. This is just parchment paper. Can you guys see that? Great. Sorry. This is just parchment paper. You can find this basically dollar store, thrift stores, any store pretty much will have this. Now, if you're looking for like freezer paper, that's not this. Freezer paper and the parchment paper is 2 different things. I've never been able to find freezer paper, but just to let you guys know on that one. So yeah. Now this one's just going to be super easy. Basically the same thing as the plastic idea. But this one is actually going to come off the paper. We'll just go ahead and that way. This one's actually going to come off the paper. And glue stick, glue stick, glue stick. Just everyday glue sticks. These are the main, the small ones, or what I think are the regular ones, because I've only seen these in like the super big ones. So definitely that one. I can't post links either. Okay, well, that's another thing I need to fix. Thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you for the heads up. I thought I fixed that, but that's okay. It happens. I'm still new. Honestly, this is all just a learning process. And then you think you get it. You think you get it, and then everything changes, right? Right? I mean, you do this almost every day. You know what I'm talking about. It's like even the same settings, you'll have no problems, and the next second, everything's not working. Your streams are always exciting, so yeah. I know, it's like crazy. It's like, I didn't do anything different. Why are you not working? So yeah, so go ahead. And then, yeah, if you're working with super glue, you're going to get the spiders. Spider webs. And yeah, I'm going to have to get, oh, there's my glue gun. I'm going to have to get some type of, I thought I had extension cords. That's why I didn't really have too many set. Now, when you're working with glue, I hope you guys can actually see this as that's zooming on by its own. Thank you. When you're pulling out glue, make sure you don't talk with your hands like I do, because then you'll just lose everything. Do kind of a little circular pattern, or like a C, because that just kind of gets a little edge, spider webs. gone. So let's hope that works, because I really want a clean line, or at least clean-ish. Also, when you're pushing down, always make sure you're on a safe spot, because, yeah, that's just not good. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to clean that up in one more stroke. I was looking at see, that just turned into a circle. When you want a square, I can't do a square. But, sorry, I was just having a creative moment. So I'm like, why can't I do this now? I want a square now. But yeah, I was just looking on like $12 for like a stencil. And I'm like, no, not. Especially if I'm not sure how often I'm going to use it. So yeah. Okay. Oh, see, and you're going to burn yourself. That didn't actually burn because it was too soft. But no, I'm just messing it up. So now it's past the point. Once it starts sticking, you're just done. That is not going to work. There we go. But that's okay. Like I said, this is all learning for me. I mean, I could get this down by easy. I just need the patience. And just do straight lines instead of curves. What it is, I'm too nervous. I'm trying to get stuff right, and then I get too nervous, and then I start messing up, and then I get discouraged. Yeah, see all these little teeny spider webs just going all over the place, but that is fine. If it was Halloween, that's what I would be doing next. Now I'm just going a little bit freehand. Because I know the shapes that I'm trying to achieve. And this is not going to be perfect. I mean, I'm not going for perfect too much. I just want something for now. That's my problem, is I want something for now. If I like it, then I can always upgrade, you know? And bring you guys along with me. Yeah, see, but like right there, I'll just cut that off. I just had this thing with like honeycombs my whole life. I just always wanted to do something with that. Yeah, I've read about that. I tried to actually, I'm talking about the pretzel right now. I hope I have the chat up, which I don't think is showing on the screen, so that means you guys don't see it, probably. Okay, so that's something else I'll fix. So I'm talking about pretzels, and yeah, I tried to find out the settings for that. It's probably just a one, I mean, everything is one click, right? So I'm going to have that for the, definitely, but thank you for reminding me that. I can have that down on my list. It's not showing in chat. Ugh. Okay. Sweet. Thanks. See if I know what to fix. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm actually going to be doing the clay tonight. We got the stuff. I have the stuff now. I've been like drooling over this recipe and doing research for like days and days. I mean, honestly, it's been like over a year I've been doing my research on this. And just because I do my research doesn't mean I know anything that I'm talking about, so it's going to be super cool. And as you can see, my voice is going to be super fast because I'm just super excited about it. But I'm not going to be able to do that on this camera. So, yeah. But I want to get this done because I know as soon as I get that clay done, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. I'm going to be doing nothing but building stuff with my clay. And I want to have the stencils first. at least the idea of what I want for my stencils in the end. And that's why I'm doing it with the dragon head, because I've had so many, you know, ideas for that dragon. But that's the problem. I've always like, oh, well, I have to make it perfect. I'm like, no, I just want to make it. If I just make it, then I know how I need to fix it and change. But if I never do it because I want something to be perfect, it's never going to be perfect because I'm always wanting it to be better. If that made any sense whatsoever. Hey, Joker, what's up, man? Thank you for joining me on this. You're just watching my craziness and blabbing because, well, yeah, we all know me. I'm a talker. If someone's listening, I'm talking. It will take, yeah, the sky's up, definitely. Definitely. Unless you're chicken little and the sky's always falling. It will take me a few minutes to look up to see chat. I don't have earbuds in right now. It doesn't matter anyway. Because I need to look up at the screen. Trying to not pull this up too much. Oh, come on. So, yeah. Pop that. I'm making stencils. Attempting to make a stencil I should, you know, really laugh at. Make sure I get that line in there before it dries too much. Yeah, so I'm making some stencils that I want to do some dragon scales with. So I'm just testing out some ways of making them first to see what type of stencil and type of stamps I want. Because there's so many different styles out there, and I'm like, well, how do I know what I want? I'm not spending $12 to $15 to $29 for a teeny little stencil. I mean, honestly, like that. No, sorry. And then me only use it once? No, not happening. So you guys get funny videos like this. There we go. And it's also cool when you guys are doing this, you can always, you know, make something out of the junkness you have there. Because all you need is, yeah, I'm going to take this one off, so that is not a real one. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of going over the same lines without trying to make a circle. Because I kind of want it deeper. I am going to try to do this with popsicle sticks as well, to kind of give that little more depth to the stencils. Yeah, I tried the plastic first. I'm going to do a thicker plastic for some of my later ones. You just guys got, you know, the fun part of watching me learn all of this fun stuff. I'm going to actually use the cardboard as well. I'm going to just cut them out. I'm going to cut these out in the cardboard, but I just wanted to try it with the hot glue to see how that worked. Now I'm just pinching these edges to try to form them. Because see, what's perfect about these, and that's why I'm using the parchment paper. Oh, that did get stuck there. That's okay. That's an easy fix. And then what you can do afterwards, like with these corners here, I don't want the the kind of loop at the ends. Just cut them right off. But yeah, that one's the messed up one, the first one I tried. Second one I tried. Yeah, this one, well, wax paper, yeah, this is parchment paper. It's just crazy how many different ones out there. I'm like, I have like all of them. My mom-in-law, when she moved into her house recently, she stayed here for a little bit, and she left like all of her parchment paper and all of that. And it's like, it's always the one I don't have is what I need. But I was like, why do you need so many different types of paper? This is why. But yeah, I mean, that's actually, I mean, think of something else. I mean, it's glue, for one. For two, it's me. You guys could probably design something super better than that. But, yeah. But yeah, like this one here, I'm going to be able to cut up really easy. But I think I'm going to go over that line again. Because that's a little too, not what I'm looking for. And I don't have music on, and that's like really aggravating. I mean, I know you guys can hear it, but my headphones won't reach. And that's how you burn yourself. So you get impatient. I just totally messed up all. Yeah, guys, look up stencils and glue. It's really not this bad. I'm just like, yeah, I'm pulling a cat. I know, right? It is hot glue after all. Jeez. But see, look how easy that is. It's like super easy to come off. It just gets a little bit burned. Now, watch out though, because hot glue guns do get super hot. That was just like, you know, nothing. I was like, oh, just a little teeny little guy. But no, you could seriously burn yourself. So, yeah. But yeah, I have so many things I want to start doing now. I mean, yeah, it's summertime, so I'm like super happy because I'm going to be outside in my garage. I'm going to be doing like a heck of stuff. My games are still going to be there because we all know that I'm a night cat. So I'm going to be definitely doing a whole bunch of games still coming up. So definitely watch out for all that. I mean, goodness, have you seen how many games are coming out in just 18 alone? It's crazy. And I have so many games that I've already played. I mean, with Creativerse alone, there's just so much you can create. Then we have ESO, we have, you know, I just got Skyrim. Yay! I mean, also there's Battletech and MechWarrior and FNC and, you guys will understand later. But yeah, darn. Yeah, see, that's, when it's all dry, that's how easy that comes up. And it's just easy to pick off. And you can also make like anything out of this. Yeah. I keep thinking Games Workshop every time I pull these apart. It's like, how much am I paying just for what? Plastic? Okay. Yeah, I'm also having an idea that I want to try with my, my hot gun. For some reason I was thinking it had some different name for someone. for plastic and stuff. Made sure it was a good one too. I really did. I did all my research on that. I love my tools. I love tools. But before I go out and spend too much money on tools, yeah, I like to see what I can make at home first. Hence why I don't bake. I'm just messing this up. Cats just totally turned that into not what I wanted, but it's still kind of cool. And see, if you do something like that, it's just easy to, you can either take your gun or just add some more glue to it. Oh, true, true. Okay, yeah. Is it bad that while I'm working on this, I'm like thinking of 15 different other things I could be doing? Even though I want to get this done before I can do those other things. Now what I'm doing here is just, whenever you use the hot glue, when you first do that first, because I don't have a super nice one, so I have to use the smaller ones, the smaller glue sticks. So I get like these bubbles in here. I'm not sure if you can see those or not. So what I did is I just, you can use a X-Acto knife, you can use scissors, and I'm just kind of cutting those down because I will be putting them onto one of these. And that's why I have so many of these out, is I will be, I will be gluing this onto here. And that's why I tried to do the first time around, and that's how we got the bubble there. I don't know, see if you guys can see that? Yeah, so that's how we got the bubble there. Because I tried to do it that first. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting these here so that I can actually see what I'm stamping. Because I was going to do it just with the cardboard and then make a stamper like something like this. But I won't be able to actually see where I'm stamping, so the scales are going to be more lopsided than this. Yeah, it's going to be more lopsided than this. That's why I do have the cardboard, because I am going to do also some cardboard ones glued onto this. So that was my first attempt. I will get better at this. That was my very first attempt on doing that style anything. So that's what we get. These are the first cat's stencils. Not too bad if you're going for circles. Not something clean as that. But it's nice. I like this. This paper is nice. And as you can see, I've already used this, what, 3 times? Give or take. Just pick it up, move everything away, and that's it. And then you still clean up easily with the popsicle sticks too. No, what? I'm sorry. Ah, I didn't know how long ago that was. Yeah, that I'm making stamps, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I said stamps and stencils. Because I really don't know what I'm going to actually come up with. Now, later on, though, I do plan on doing some of my own. That's what, one of the things I want to do with the clay is I'm going to be making my own clay tips and such. And such. That's my favorite word right now, such. Yeah, that's about a good size. So I'll just cut it where the natural bend is. Now, if it was anything other than cardboard and stuff like that, I would be like using every single inch of this. But I don't need to because, well, you just don't when it comes to something like this. Now this is going to be more clean because, well, I mean, you can cut uneven with scissors. Trust me, I know. But with the cardboard, I'm just going to use their natural curves anyway. Yeah, I was watching some of the with the rubbers, but I don't have rubber. That's why I was thinking that would kind of work. It probably does work. I'm just being impatient. That's what it is. I'm being impatient, thinking I can do it once and it'll be perfect. Like, if I was smart, I would just, you know, draw on this first and then cut it out. But yeah, I'm not, and that's just, yeah. Now, if this was something that I plan on doing, like, more often, I would definitely be upgrading. But like I said, I'm just being impatient and I want to get something else done. So I'm testing my crafting juices on this first. Kind of get myself worked up into doing a bigger project. And it's really not this hard to cut things. It's really not. I'm just taking forever. And it's fun. I appreciate you guys being here. I really do, all of you guys. Even if you're watching these on reruns later on, thank you. You guys are awesome. And how cool is this that actual Twitch has something like this that we're able to just sit back and chat, you know? While we make up some weird crafting cardboard. Yeah, I always appreciate you being here, Joker. And the same thing with Valeria and everybody who shows up. You guys have been great. I always excited when I see like a message. I'm like, woohoo, message. But then that goes back to, you know, if anybody's here, I'm chatting. So yes, that's good. Good. So that would be there. So I'm trying to think of how many of these I actually want. So probably go up about one more square there. Yeah. And then if I do like the shapes and everything that I'm actually thinking about doing with these, it's going to be, because what I'm going to also do is cut these out again. But I wanted to at least get the basic shape to see how I liked it. Because if you don't like the basic shape, then you're not going to like the end product. And that's what I'm going for. It's just a basic straight line, if possible. Oh, come on. There we go. Look, a car symbol. Messed up car symbol. There we go. Oops, throw it away. And if you guys are on my chat and you guys are watching me do basically hand gestures the whole time, you guys can also let's see, chat's that way for you, I think. Chat? I don't know. Chat's one of these directions for you guys. I believe it's there. The camera's backwards, so I'm trying to remember. There should be 3 buttons, and then you say bits. Don't worry about giving me the bits, honestly. I'm just letting you guys know. You can get free bits for watching ads. If the window's going to be up anyway, just drag it over to a little different window. Go play with some games. It's great. And then you guys can get anywhere from like 5 bits to like 100 bits per thing. And all you're watching is like a 30-second video, and you're just touching the screen. So, and that's great because then you're able to do stuff for the streamers that you enjoy, and you can just, you know, spam them with bits later on. Now, if I'm watching this on a rerun and I didn't skip that, then you guys have no clue what I'm talking about. And you're just watching hand gestures. But yeah, I think that's going to look good as a, I need to fix that one, but as a scale. I mean, like I said, it's going to basically look like one of these, though, when it comes out. I just didn't want to do every scale by hand, even though I do plan on doing some more different scale types. This is just for tonight. This is just for tonight. The good stuff is coming, guys, I promise. The good crafting stuff is coming. But I have to do it first and fail many times before it gets good. Because that's how learning works. For me. You guys, yeah, I don't know. Everybody learns differently. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it happens. And I mean, honestly, if it just... Yeah, 100 bits is, I think, $1. I think that's how it works. Now, you're not going to be able to do it, like, every single time. There is a time period. I don't know how that works. I don't really know how any of the bit systems work. It's just really cool. Yeah. It's just cool, you know, it's just really cool to have. I think that is a nice option that Twitch has given us. Honestly, the tools that they offer has just been awesome. Yeah, 1 cent per bit. Okay, great. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, if you guys, I mean, I know you are, Evelyn, with, like, the stream labels, you were checking that out with the Echo. The Echo? Am I probably saying it wrong? I'm picturing it different. But yeah, the steam labels is great. I love the fact that they allow us, I mean, I don't know if you guys can't see any of my wonderful stuff that I had posted, before I changed everything just a second ago, before starting. I have actually, my logo is up here. I don't know, can you see my fingers? So whatever. My logo's on, like, the top left. Yeah, top left. And I have the chat box here for the stream, so it's gonna be like, I think, this one for you guys. So it actually looks pretty nice, and that's all from stream levels, and it's cool. It's animated. I'm working on my own animations, but that's also a learning process. Because for my end goal for the Twitch page is to have my own animation, my own, meaning I made that out of my own editing software, and that's what I'm planning on doing. Sorry, I mid cleaner as well. It has to be clean because if I start something else, I need to know what actually came off from where. And that's from working in the hospitals. It's like you had to be aware where everything was. Elmer's glue. I buy these in this super huge, like, you know, school containers. And then I'm just using an old ranch bottle. I believe that's ranch. It's either, I think it's ranch because it's blue. And I always label it because I always mix my stuff sometimes. So I have one with, like, Elmer's glue, 25%, and then, you know, 75% water or something, whatever. Depending on what I mix it in. And that's so, because they all look the same if you just put it into a white empty container, and you don't know, we don't want somebody grabbing this and thinking it's the actual ranch. Just by pure accident, right? No, you can either do it 2 ways. I mean, honestly, we all know how to glue things. I'm just doing it this way. because I want to see how it works with this. I don't know if you guys can actually see me. I know I could have just got the cardboard and flipped it upside down and not have all this excess, but for me, I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to do a trial and error. I want to see how this works, how it dries as well. And I did lose that piece of thing I just cut out, right? I did. This is worse than having something inside of one of your crafty bags and then not being able to find it. Because it's right in front of you and we know it's there, but we just can't find it. So do you guys do any types of crafts or hobbies other than, or even, I mean, honestly, gaming is a hobby, so we just like to do more with it than most people do. Now I'm just making sure this has a really good thick coat. And I'm just using a regular piece of glass on my counter here. Love crafting, yeah, it's something about it. I really do enjoy crafting. It's making something out of nothing, you know. It's just something like that. And this, the fun part about me is I'll know exactly what I want to do. Like all of this, I already know how to do it perfectly. Not perfectly, or I would have done it perfectly, of course. But it's like I have like these ideas, and I'm like, I'll know what I'm trying to do, and I'll be doing it, and then I'll totally switch what I'm doing right in the middle of it, and it'll come out totally different and not what I planned. Ooh, woodworking. I love woodworking. I really do. But my problem is most of my tools are, I have to get like super small tools. But yeah, I wanted to take woodworking when I was in high school, but yeah, I took other stuff. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to, after this dries, I want to see how that works with this. But I just wanted the basic shape of that one. Your family's a bunch of crafters. You know, honestly, mine too. My blood relatives, definitely. Sorry, I was going to like do that in front of you guys. You don't need to see me cleaning my fingers with glue. It like totally skipped me though. Like they're... See, and this is what you're also going to work with. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see. It's still coming up. So what you guys want to do is make sure whatever you're doing, that's why I have this guy out. I would be using a ironing thing, but I don't have one. So, you know. And I'm just going to bring this over to the other side and just put something on it so it kind of flattens out. And that's just to take up the extra glue that kind of seeps through the sides. So while that dries, I'm just going to set this over here. I do have the full setup, not the full, because I have changed a little bit, on the media. So if you guys want to see the, you know, if you guys just have to see the setup. Some people like to see it. Yeah, my thing is I would have loved to known them to be able to learn their crafting styles. Because no matter what, I mean, you can come over here and we'll cut the same, we'll do everything, but we'll come up with some like the totally different stuff. Totally different. And that's what I love about crafting, is no matter what, you can never get this. I mean, you could. I mean, there's copycats, and that's why they're called copycats, because they can make the same things. But not me. I can't even make the same thing that I just made like 2 seconds ago. Even if I tried. Like just now, I totally cut that for Y, and that did not do what I wanted it to. Yeah, cat, what are you doing? I was trying to fix my mistake. Ooh, sorry, coffee burp there. If you ever want to freak a kid out, put some glue on your finger. Or in like some like type of red dye or something. Put it on there. Wait for the glue to dry and then be like, ah! I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool because this actually looks pretty cool when it comes up. At least I used to do that to my brothers and sisters during Halloween. Got it a few times. And then you just start peeling your skin off. Yeah. I don't even know if you guys got to see that because I'm not even looking at my screen. Because as soon as you push live, it pops the actual screen that you get to see. It pops the screen that you guys actually get to see smaller. So I'm actually looking at about the same size as a regular screen for a regular Twitch screen. Even though I had it like super big when I first started, thinking that's the way I was gonna set up. Rubber cement, yeah, I love that stuff. Okay, and I'm talking and I totally just like lost what I was going to do. And because I just proved to myself I cannot cut into a straight line, we are going to just do this again. Yeah, sweet. That's about it. But yeah, I'm actually super happy. One of the reasons why I'm you know, so excited is I have some puzzles I want to work on. That's why I printed up those. I'm starting with some small puzzles first because the way I'm going to be painting them, it's going to be more. Oh gosh, guys, I wish I could like just plug into my mind. I really do, and let you guys see the ideas that I have because just trying to explain it does not sound right. But they're going to be more in depth on how I paint them. So that's going to be really cool. I mean, they don't look like much. I mean, they really don't look like much right now. But yes, it's not that guy. Not that guy. So yeah, so these are just, you guys can see that? Great. And it's zooming on me. Here. I'll try to keep my hands up so it thinks you're there. I'll keep my hands falling. Sorry, guys. So yeah, so these are going to be more colored. I'm not really a hearts kind of girl, so that one's just like more for people who like hearts. Not all girls like hearts, and not all, you know, whatever. But I really like these. I like this. These are just mostly kind of a throwback to the 80s. For me, it's throwback to the 80s because, you know, we had those toys that you slapped. So these are going to be really cool. And these are going to be, I'm getting a smaller coffee cup, but this is when I say I have a cup of coffee. That is what I'm talking about. This is my beauty. I've had this for so many years, over and over. No longer make this cup, and I've bought like 8 of these. As you can see, no longer has a lid. So this is when I talk about a cup of coffee. That's Kat's cup of coffee. I know! I think 100 miles per hour. And it's not because of the coffee. That's just because, yeah, I like coffee. So, but yeah, these are going to be coasters. So I'm definitely going to need to print these up a little bit bigger for, you know, coaster size. But yes, that's what I was thinking about. Some coasters, some, you know, actual puzzles going on. Some steampunk styles. So that's going to be great. So that's going to be one of my stencils or stamps, depending on what actually comes out of this. And that is just slid right off because I did not do that. And of course, the one thing I did not bring over was another book. I have tons of books by my desk. I'm just not going to use one of them for crafting because I make mistakes, and yeah. I do want to redo this, use this board, so there. There, now I did what I said I was going to do. Now, where am I going to set it? Oh, you guys can actually see my little... No, I'm next to you. Hey. Come on, cat. Think of something to put this. So yeah, see, it's starting to come up now. I'm like over here. And plus, if you're a fiddler, you know, this is actually really good too. If you can get a good layer on there. Because I just fiddle with my fingers all the time. So yeah. It's like, oh, come here, kitty. You want to see something gross? And then show them how to do it, and it's even cooler. Because then you're like, you know, you're the cool person who knew how to do a cool skin peel. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. I'm trying. This one. And I hope you guys can hear me all right. I can always move this closer if I need to. Because I'm not actually facing my computer screen. I'm actually facing the actual side of the kitchen. Hence why I have so much good light on this side. Okay, you guys can't see me. I just need to scoot closer. Now I just want them the same size, so I'm not going to mess with myself. So you guys have any summer plans, or how do you guys like this summer? Wish it would go away fast, or stay here forever? I think I'm going to do about... Yeah, because that's about the thickness that I want for my roller. So about 2 there, and then 1 here at least. This is not what I'm going for, but it's just going to give me the look I want. So you guys can see that, great. Yeah, because the dragon's not really thick, so that's going to give me at least, you know, a few scales in there. Oh, gardening, yeah. Yeah. Ugh. I'm actually going to be building a garden outside, which I have some pallets that I'm going to be getting soon, and sorry, I'm like too busy cleaning out my fingers. So I have some pallets I'm going to be getting. So I'll be making a little garden. I'm going to have some tomatoes. First off, I'm going to be planting some peas, because you always want to plant peas first, because that helps the soil. So I'll plant some peas first, get a whole crop of that going. It's only going to be like a small little garden outside. We just moved here a few years back, so I haven't been able to do anything in this yard. Plus we rent, so I really can't do much in this yard. But I actually have a yard, so I'm so happy. That's why I was like, I'm going to be outside for the whole summer. Forget that. Outside, enjoying myself, get some vitamin D going. But that's why I loved going to my grandma's so much. We would garden all the time. I don't even tell you guys how many trees I have pulled out. I mean, not like trees. I'm talking like these trees were bigger than me. And back then I was much smaller. But these trees were huge. And garden. Talk about a garden. She had a green thumb. Man. Well, she has a green thumb, I should say. No, I'm just cutting out some shapes. Because that's the great thing about doing your own stencils. You don't have to have them perfect. Now, if you want perfect, definitely go down to the store and pay $15, $20 for something you're going to use once. or twice, or however. This one kind of reminds me of a fish going on here, so I'm gonna kind of keep him. And that's how I do most my creation. It's like, oh, let's mess around. Let's share some craziness to the people. Yeah. I don't know if you guys seen Sam or not, but that's how I create most of my guys that way. Yeah, and that one's gonna come out that way. Once I paint him, you'll see what I'm talking about. At least that's what I see. A little starfish. Not a starfish, because those are actually, you know, starfish, but angelfish is what I was thinking about. Angelfish. Angelfishes are cool. Want to pay attention to how you know, integrate them with the rest of your fish, but hey. Because they will eat your other fish. Okay, Doki Artichoke is... Why am I cutting this? I don't know. But yeah, I think they're gonna actually... I mean, they're not gonna be perfect. Like I said, this is just because yeah, I want this done. I want to have fun. And you know what? I actually am having fun. Because I'm actually talking to myself, but I'm talking to you guys, so it makes me feel better. And then once I get to know with the simple, you know, the simple stuff, I can actually upgrade into the higher grade stuff that I have. Not have, per se, but that is working on. And we'll learn something if you guys enjoy this. If not, then you guys are just supporting me, and I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Okay, so probably want to put this a little bit further in. Okay, thank you, Joker, so much. You guys rock. Have a good night. I hope you have some game plans later on, and catch you later. Bye. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good size. I think that's a good size. But see, now I know how to make the indentations. Night. Good luck. Stay tuned for some updates for YouTube. I'm going to have some handmade clay. Woohoo! But now I know how to make these indentations, because what you can do is just, at least this is how I thought I just did it, and just take your hot, this is really hot, so be careful with that. If anything, even no matter your age, be careful with the tips. With any gun, be careful with the tips. And you just kind of press into it. See, and it just like went totally into it. Especially if you have a metal tip, like that little, I don't know if you guys can actually see that or not. But that has a teeny tip, a little metal tip, where if my other one, I'm not sure actually where that one is located. I think it's the same wattage as this one. I just like this one because it's red and black, guys. It's red and black. We all know, but if there's anything in this world and it's red and black, I'm going to choose that one first. Or unless it has, you know, what I actually need, then yeah. But if it's exactly the two things, exactly the same thing, I'm going to go with red and black. But yeah, I think that's gonna look, and then I can do stuff with it. Because this is not permanent stuff. This is not stuff I would maybe be using for, I mean, who knows? I might be using this in 10, 15 years, like, not really. Exaggerating. But yeah. But yeah, I like that. Not in love with it, but I like it. And see, like these. I was watching some stuff when I first started making my jewelry. Made some pretty cool stuff, I'll tell you that. But people were making like just jewelry out of like stuff like, oh, you can't see it because it's plastic. Here, I'll try to keep it where the glare is for you. But yeah, so I might actually do something like that too. So we'll see. We'll see. And I don't know what I was trying to put it. I did bring these over as well, but they're still wet, and I was kind of hoping they would be dry by now, because I washed these super long time ago, because I just didn't want any bacteria growing, especially with me working with handmade clay, because I'm going to be doing paper clay, and I just didn't want extra things to mold or mildew or anything like that, because you just don't want your stuff to do that. And there. So I'm actually going to be smarter this time, and I'm going to cut more this way in so that I get more of a flatter, so I don't get like the curve like this one here as much, I should say. Always be careful when you're doing this, because it does sometimes just go super fast. Now if you want, you can also just grab a pair of scissors. You get a more of an evener cut that way. So yeah, and then just do this. Yeah, I really like this bottom part. But yeah, see, they're all different. I don't know if you, I really don't. I know the cameras don't pick up everything, but this one actually has more of a darker tint to it. And just cut to the line. Yeah, I'm just going to use this line here. I have not looked into plastic bottle rings, not yet, no, but I'll definitely look into it now. See, that's why I love the community. It's just, you guys are like, oh, have you tried this? And now I got something cool to look at. But no, I haven't tried that. Most of my craft, I mean, I've always crafted, I'm not going to lie. And so I got the Scrounging Tinker from. But I haven't been able to actually craft since, you know, learn all of the stuff that you learn in school. I mean, they didn't teach us anything like this. So I get to learn all this like cool stuff that most people learn when they're like growing up, and it's just cool now because it's like, oh, I can actually do this and try this, and you know, it's just cool. It's like adulting, all that paid off. I can do it now. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna cut about this much, giving me, because I can actually clean this off really easy. I just need to clean it better, and I just didn't. I didn't. Yeah, I just thought about this idea, this part of the idea, last night, aka for you guys this morning, because I was just gonna go easy style and cut out some simple and you know, easy stuff, which I should have just did for you guys. But that's okay. I got to know how, you know, my scissors work, because I don't really do a lot of cutting with these ones other than what I have done so far. Strings. Did I say rings? I might have said rings. I probably did say rings. Yeah, and that will flatten out pretty easy. Good. But, you know. What I was also trying to do, if I can get the glue gun, you know, to do what I want, was when I make the stencils like this, making more with a little loop on the engines. On the engines? Sure. There's an engine on this cat. On the ends. So then when you fold it onto one of your rolling pins, let's see if you guys can actually see that. When you roll it onto one of like your rolling pins, it kind of like loops into the next one, so you kind of have a continual stamp going. At least that's what the idea of something like that was. That was the idea. Now if it works out, we'll see. It's going to work out no matter what, because, you know, it's going to work. Okay. Oh, got good. Yes, it sounds like rings. But see, that's the whole fun thing is, you said strings, I say rings, and I know what you were saying, but yeah, it didn't come out. And I can't say I heard it wrong, because I can see it right there. I can say I read it wrong, but no. It was me. Oh man, that means none of my my Twitch alerts or any of that's working on this screen either. Huh, okay, well, next stream. As we go along, learning to stream. All the mistakes that can happen will. No matter how many times you check it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to glue these and then worry about how I place them. No, don't. Thank you. Okay. I gotta get these on here pretty fast. I forgot that I'm only putting a small thing of glue at first. Come on. Right. There. Okay, fine. Whatever. Yes, I talk to animate objects. Because you know what? Sometimes you just need to. Because I think that's other than the big guy. But I want to do some more of those first. So, Valeria, have you made anything that you're like super happy with that just like turned out like better than you could even like thought of making? Well, you made it, so but you know what I mean. Y'all know. Yeah, see that one's gonna need more glue. You want to make sure they have enough room, because the clay's gonna, when you push down on the clay, it's going to, no matter what, if you push down on anything, it's going to bubble over to the sides. So I want to make sure that I give each of the tips enough room to indentate. Yeah, I mean, isn't it just great? It's like you have this idea, and it's awesome how it just. I mean, like right now, this doesn't look like much, but just think about what you can create just by knowing how to do this, the simple something or other. That's why I love crafting, is because you amaze yourself with what creativity comes up. And even if you have a plan, you know, the plans never always work out. Now what I'm going to do afterwards, once I get all of this done, is I have some Mod Podge that I'm going to go over after all of this is done. Yeah, I like the other design I had better. So let's go see what I can make. Yeah, because I have to remember that this is going to be part of the scale as well. And that's going to be the bulging part. This is going to be the indentation. So yeah, so that's going to be the indentation. So I'm going to go ahead and probably... I'm going to probably do... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I should have did it more over into the middle because this is bulging too much for me right now. I actually like that square better. That triangle. Not square, it's a triangle. I don't know my shapes, but I know my shapes. And what's cool also is I'm thinking about an idea that I just had. That's another thing I love, is when you're doing something and you start thinking of other ways to do it. Like if these were magnets, think about a magnet stencil that you can like move around. Like if these were magnets, and I'll just put the magnet like this way, and then I'll just press it into it. That'd be a cool idea. Think of all the unique patterns you'll be able to get. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, so that's not too bad. I mean, that's an okay pattern. That's basically what you're gonna look at when you press it. And see, and it gives me enough indentations for my thumb to be able to press it in there without getting all of the excess stuff. And then I can smooth out the sides still, and that'll give me enough room. So yeah, I think that's nice. See, can you guys see that? Sorry. Oh, I'll get the cameras done, I promise. I'll get that working. What I'm going to do is actually get a cat laser and have it connected to my camera right there on top. And so I have a cat laser pointing down so I know where the camera's actually focusing, so you guys get a clearer picture of the area. So yeah. So yeah, I do like this. I kind of wish I'd not do that more often. That I'd be able to use the hot glue gun. But with the Mod Podge, I think after all of this, will work out perfectly. Not perfectly, but well, yeah, it'll work out, because I love Mod Podge. Mod Podge is awesome. And let me not, like, cover that. Now I'm just kind of outlining the edges to kind of get that in there. To help seal it, I should say. That's basically what I'm doing. Because no matter what, it is cardboard. So if you do use this with anything, you're going to get, I'm just kind of going around making a mess now. I can always fix these in a second. But when you're working with cardboard, it's going to soak up any moisture you put on it, unless you have a good sealer. So that's why I know this is not going to last very long. Because I will be working with wet clay and water and flour and all of that wonderful stuff. And joint compound is another item I'll be working with tonight. And with me being able to make these tonight, I can just jump into my, you know, right after the clay is done and settled, and I just know I'm not going to have any type of willpower not to mix my hands into the clay. I just know it. And yeah, so I've done all my adulting this week. I just have 2 more things on my to-do list. 3 things. Okay, laundry. Okay. I have a few more adulting things to do, but I'm going to be making a mess tonight. And I'm going to figure out how to turn my music on and make that blaring too, because that's just happening. Period. It's happening. I got everything I need that I've been waiting for years on to make sure I got the correct items. Because if I'm going to spend money, I'm going to spend money on something I know is going to work. Like, I know I wanted those items. I've already tested it. I've already did all my research. That's what I know I want to work with. So I bought it. Made sure it was going to work with my hands. Made sure it was going to work, period. Because things aren't made. Oh, I'm totally just like, can you please stick? Yeah, I'm getting glue all over me. That's okay. I'm going to get messy. And, you know, you're not crafting if you're not getting messy. You're designing. You're prepping. You're doing something. If everything has to be perfect, there's a word for it. What I'm doing is not. What I'm doing is messy fun. So yeah. Okay, and that has enough for now. But yeah, this is just to test out to see how it works, to see what type of, you know, medium I do want to start working with when it does come to the good stuff. You know, if I was going to know this was something that I was going to keep working with, I would definitely spend the money for the good stuff. I would definitely be using the good stuff, because then I know that's where I need to work. That's where I know I need to my energy needs to go to. Because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money and then realize, oh, well, that is not my thing. Just not my thing. Okay, and then what you can do is what I'm just going to do like the last one. I'm just going to go ahead and press this down, get all that excess stuff. Make sure it's kind of even on where I want it to be. Because now it is going to dry this way, so if you do not like it, this is the pattern you will get. So do remember that. So it has all the excess off, kind of soak it in there. See? And then he's been a pain in my tissue the whole time, even though I said I liked him. Okay, now I'm just going to let that get tacky a little bit before I put it back onto this, just so that top layer dries up. Hi, Jules. That's why you always have a clean table. So, now I could probably not have done that and just reused it, but I just want something clean for now. And because I live with tons of cats, I'm just going to go ahead and do it one more time. Trying to get that top layer off. Once again, make sure that does not come up. Okay. Covered, and now I have one stencil that I will be flattening out with the other one. So that's 2 technically down. Yay! I'm not counting this one. This was just a first try. If you do throw away anything like this, think of it as a Coke bottle, really, and just break them open, because no matter what, trash gets where animals eat, and something like that, you just never know. You just never know, especially with kids. Same thing. I almost grabbed that thinking it was my coffee, guys. Jeez. So, Kat, what did you do today? Drink animals glue? Okay, so I think that one or that piece next, because I want to get some of these built now. But yeah, I'm super happy that Switch has something like this. This is really cool. Hey, Tuff! Or It's not connecting names correctly today. Cannot say names correctly today. So if I mispronounce anybody's name, sorry. How are you doing today? Yeah, so I think that's gonna be, now give me 3. 3 about that size. So yeah, that'll give me a good start. That'll give me a good start. Welcome back. Ooh, coffee broke again. Sorry about that. You know what? I am going to be smart. This is my favorite pen in the whole world. To tell you the truth, it really is. I love this pen because it gives enough of a tip that I'm actually to you know, stink into something that has a thickness to it, but at the same time it gives me enough of a tip that I can, I write differently with pens. I don't know why with certain pens I just write differently. I just do, my handwriting changes. But this one I like because I like the fine tip ones. Because if I need to go thicker, I can always go thicker just by making the line thicker. But I always like to write smaller because I misspell. We'll just say I misspell. There, now I don't have to, you know, act like a fool when I'm trying to cut something straight. But I don't want to keep going across because it's binding. So what I think I'm going to do is just, yeah. I think that's just what I'm going to do. I will just take the extra step because it's not really a shortcut if you keep messing up on it. Now, if you were like really worried about the materials that you're using, which I most of the time use every scrap I can get, what you can do as well is when you cut these out, because see how like I kind of made this here? I don't know if you guys can actually see that. If you don't, I do apologize. I'll start using the marker to help you guys out there. Like this is an hourglass shape here, so if I cut this out evenly enough, I can actually get some hourglasses stencils as well. So yeah, so you can actually do that. That's why I was going to use this one here. This is just a everyday little piece, but I can put a fishtail on there. I can maybe do something with that. So it always just depends on what you decide to make out of it. And that way, if you're using it to have like a class, you can always reuse those like extra pieces. So yeah, but that's always something you can think about. When it comes to creativity, honestly, nothing is trash. Unless it's like super trash, and then you're just like, that's just trash. I grew up in the 80s where things were meant to be used, not replaced. So I guess that's just why that's looking really like an hourglass there. I might actually keep that. And see, with this, because I gave myself extra room here, I can turn that into a dress, even if I was going to design a dress. Yeah, that would actually look good as a dress. Great, now I'm thinking of doll clothes. No, no cats, no more designs. you never know. I mean, honestly, because that one piece could be perfect. I mean, like this piece here, that would be great. But for a little like side corner, you know, yeah, I don't know. You never know. Yeah, the poor hubby. I'm like, oh, I want to keep that. Why? Because I could craft with it? Yeah, when I started first collecting all of these, he just kept looking at me like, why? Why cats? They're perfect. I mean, they have the lids on them. You can put paint. You can put, you know, anything in it that you need. And they're perfect storables. You know, you can store them upside down and whatever. It's great. And I mean, you're going to buy the product anyway, right? So why not reuse it? See, and then like these I can use for some stamps. So that's awesome. Awesome! That is totally lopsided, but you know what? It's not going to be perfect. They're scales. They're going to be on, you know, a body, so you're not really going to need perfect. You want the misshaped, the misguided. Because, I mean, honestly, if you look at your own selves, they're not perfect. They're not circular. They're not, you know, geometrical, whatever the heck the word is I'm trying to say. But I do want to get some more that are, you know, even-ish, because I do kind of want to keep a somewhat uniform. Somewhat. Because if you get too ununiform, then it just doesn't look right. Some missing here, that's fine. So yeah. Now if I had better scissors, I would have just been able to go and cut through the bundle that I had. But what was happening is when you cut through cardboard, see how like this one here, I don't know if you guys can actually see that or not, but any cardboard has it. I'm not sure if cereal boxes do, but I would definitely have to look again. But when you cut into cardboard, or anything really, like I said, you kind of get that smush look, so it starts to pinch in. This is also with dough as well, is whenever you cut something, it pinches in, and then you get like this deformed edges. And it starts to pucker, and it just doesn't look right. But yeah, if you just tear into it or rip something up, and you'll see how it kind of gets a little misguided on the ends. So that's why I didn't want to kind of force myself. Even though I would have been able to make the cut, I just didn't want that at this time. And it would have been faster, but hey, that's okay. Like, do I want to ruin this piece of cardboard because I have an idea? Do I want to do that? I do want to keep that edge, though. I like that. So what I could do, go ahead and cut that off. Yeah, it's right there. It's fine. So that's coming up there. There, now I have a little arrow sign to point in any direction that I want. Well, that it could go. That'd be a cute little stamp, says welcome, or that way, or starting. Not too shabby. And now, honestly, look up a sign stamp. I mean, a real sign stamp, and it's going to be pretty expensive for something that you're just going to use once in a while. Oh, it's a chipboard type of cardboard. See? Good to know. So I didn't know that. I don't. I just know it's cardboard. But yeah, that's good to know. It's called chipboard. Chipboard, remember that, cats. Chipboard. Okay, cool. So that's why I like the streams, because I can actually rewatch it later and be like, that is what I'm supposed to remember. See, that's how you messed it up. That's why I love YouTube and Twitch and all of these DIY things, because you learn so much and you get to talk to people who know what they're talking about, other than the same thing. You're reading the same thing, you're learning the same thing over and over again, and then come to find out you're doing it the whole time. When 2 seconds of someone talking with you learn how to do it the correct way, or you know how I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. There was 2, right? Oh yeah, that's the second one. Good. I was like, I know I had 2. Keep my starfish because I want to keep that. Because now I just have to make something out of the starfish because he's been talked about. Okay, so you. And these are some just basic shapes that I wanted to make sure that I kept, which I don't think you guys can see. I printed everything off kind of, willy-nilly. I did a purge recently. I don't know why I do purges, but I do purges. So I wanted to keep that to see how these were actually supposed to look. But I did some purges, so I lost a lot of my my designs that I have done. So I have to start all over again, which is so much fun. Not. Not fun. Not fun at all. Okay, and then I'm going to get one there. One there. I'm also thinking about changing the way my sound is. Kind of get you guys closer if I... Alright, testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? I just unplugged my sound. I'm sorry about that, guys. I hope it was in this whole time. Okay. Sorry for hearing some bumping and moving. That is my... Oh, jeez. Oh, someone please clip that. I don't know how to clip anything right now. Go clip that. That was hella funny.
Oh, I can clip it. That's okay.
That was funny. Oh, you guys should see my face right now. It's like so beaten red.
There's meatballs and spaghetti.
That sounds good. Old Bob's asking me what I want for dinner. Does that mean he's gonna cook? Woohoo! Cooking dinner. Yeah, because I want him, darn, trying to get the evening. So yeah, let's just do it this way. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then I'll be able to move this one here and then kind of give it in. Yeah, that'll work. So I'll do one more. Or a few more. But yeah, I think that will work. So I'll keep that one there. See, that's another thing. I always change my mind. Always change my mind. So yeah, if you guys are just popping in, I appreciate you guys all joining me. I do plan on having this as I'm not sure how often I'll be doing the Cat Smiles creations, but I just kind of want to start at least. And if I'm going to do it, then who knows? I mean, I definitely know I've learned something during today, and not just because I've been messing up, but because I've been streaming with you all, which has been so awesome. I don't know why I'm so scared of it, to tell you the truth. I really don't.
I don't know either.
And neither does old Bob, but you know, that's just my fears. I am scared to death of people.
And what's going to happen? Did it take away your birthday? You know how many times I screwed up?
So yeah, but definitely going to be making a YouTube video tonight. Actually, right after I'm done with this. I'm going to jump from this, make sure everything is dry, put my heat gun onto it just one more time. You know, make sure everything is crisp, that when I stick it into the wet clay, it's not going to, I'm most likely going to have to wait, because if I'm going to do Mod Podge over these, I will have to wait at least a while. At least a while. But I will definitely have some clay creations soon. Yeah, so I'm excited. So I'm going to be working on my dragon head tower. So that's going to be getting a nice, beautiful, crisp skin on that. The dice is going to roll onto its little belly section. It's going to be awesome. Going to paint that up, some reds. I actually have a picture on Cat Smalls Creation on Facebook, I believe, with the paint scale that I'm going to do. So that's going to be really pretty. That's why I'm so excited. It's like, I mean, this is just like, you know, just whetting my appetite. It's just whetting my appetite. And then I'm going to hop into the kitchen and I'm going to do some heavy mixing with my utensils. It's going to be awesome. Awesome. I'm going to keep saying awesome, but I'm just so excited because I got the stuff this week. And I've been wanting this stuff. Been doing my research on this stuff, and I finally have it. Finally have it, guys. And when you do research online, it's so hard because, like I said, there's just so much of the same thing over and over again, and you're like, okay, well, what's the real thing? What is the real thing I need? And just because someone says it works doesn't mean it's actually going to work unless you see it right in front of your face. Or you work with it your own. Because just because someone else could do something perfectly doesn't mean you can pick it up at the same time. Or you might be better at it later. You know, just, you never know. I totally messed that one up. But that's the perfect thing about crafting as well. If you mess something up, or it doesn't work out the first time, change it. Change it. Change the rules. How do I get this one so wacko? Ew, it's wacko. See if I give these a little bit more of an edge, if that will do what I want it to do. And I like this thickness of cardboard because it's still going to give me a good indentation without too big of a stack. Yeah. I'm actually going to do it this way. I don't know. Do you think this went through? We got him. I could have just opened this up, but that's okay. I just want to make sure it's closed, so if the cats, you know, decide it's time for some humans to pet them, I just don't want it to get onto them. And I am going to just use this as a guide because I don't know why I can't get that shape down. It's just not working. So I'll start off in the middle and I'll work my way out. And I don't mind getting muddy or dirty, should I say. So that's why I'm just doing it on my hand. Because I mean, it's just glue. It's not like it's, you know, gonna hurt me too bad. It's not like, you know, I haven't tested the glue out on stuff. When you are playing with some new chemicals, always wear gloves. I mean, until you know exactly how it's going to react to your skin. Yeah, just always wear gloves. Make sure you guys can actually still see this. But my next one's definitely once I get into finding out what type of, you know, patterns I want and all of that, I do plan on making some better tools and things like that. So definitely look for those. I plan on doing some scale tips and all of the fun stuff to work with my clay. So I'm doing some clay tools. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of different DIY little guys. And then I'm going to be doing some, my biggest project that I want to do next is a few pieces of terrain, sci-fi terrain. Even though I think, I mean, honestly, anybody who watches this, answer down below in my messages, in any of my medias, honestly, what is your favorite genre of gaming? Do you guys like sci-fi? Do you like fantasy? Do you like, you know, Japanese? Oh, I don't know what that's actually called. Correct me. It's okay. Correct me. But yeah, what is your guys' favorite? And if you do play war games or tabletop games, do you feel that the sci-fi genre of tabletop games are more plain? Meaning, you can basically get a cardboard like this, paint it gray, and maybe 2 lines, and that is anything. Compared to more of the fantasy, sci-fi, where you have to have more of the detail into it. At least that's how I feel. When it comes to like the terrains, I feel they're just more, they lack something. They lack character. You know, it's like no matter what, you can put the same walls, you know, inside of a hospital room, inside of a, you know, storage room, and you wouldn't really notice a difference other than like a bed, you know. You still get the wires, you still get the buttons, but yeah, with the fantasy rooms more often, you know, depending on the genre you're going to. I mean, like the medieval or whatnot, you kind of need more of that character of the time period. I guess that's what I'm going for. I think more sci-fi has less character, as in like detail. And now I just totally, you know, thought of something that totally took out of that, because you can have detail with a lot of things, but that's just how I feel. But that is what I'm building, and I need to pay attention to this because I have them exactly where I want them now. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing a sci-fi build. I love Traveler. I mean, Battletech is great, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything bad about Battletech, but I like Traveler better when it comes to the sci-fi genre of games. So, yes, I am a Traveler girl. I love my Traveler games. I mean, don't get me wrong, TSR did a really great job with Spelljammer. I mean, not a great job. I mean, didn't really go too far, but they did an okay job. Well, yeah, I agree on the settings, definitely, but I don't know, when I look at the sci-fi genre of tabletop stuff, it's just always like a box, you know, it's just always so same, you know, and then you look at something, I don't know, maybe I'm just looking at the wrong sci-fi tabletop games. Maybe that could be it. Because I haven't seen everything. Even though I started gaming more than probably any user I watch has. In my age category, I should say. And being, you know, me. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to flatten this down because there's no way these are going to stick. But I've already tried with the hot glue on this plastic and it was not having it. It bubbled too much, so it's getting the old-fashioned glue. And then I'll start doing, you know, the heavy-duty tools later on. Because I know there's a few tools that I'm going to need for the clay. I mean, not right now, but once I start getting into it, you know, like the actual details. Because I have the thoughts, I'm more of, I have the thoughts, but I need to find something that is connected to the thoughts. Because being able to tell someone, it just doesn't work. I have to be able to show them. Now I want these to kind of even out. Yeah. Yeah, because I want to be able to kind of keep these continual. So if I do decide to do it this way, I'm going to get the same-ish pattern kind of going. Because I'll just move this one, you know. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, you know, plop it down and then make sure that this one's here. And then move it down and then make sure it kind of just keeps up. So it's kind of a rivet of an effect. But still unique enough that it gives them its own little individual spots. If that makes any sense. It does to my brain. Oh, yeah, see, I'm gonna have to pull one of my big books out. But now I know how this is going to, you know, this works now. No matter what at this point, at this stage, it's going to curve. It's going to curve up on me. So now I know next time to, you know, do a little bit more prep work to be able to get what I needed to. Yeah, see how much glue that just came squishing out? I don't know. Can you guys see that? You probably can see that, guys. So this is just kind of, like I said, it's going to soak up all of the moisture. Cardboard is going to do that. So no matter what, it's going to soak up the moisture. You know, I could have left these a little bit more to kind of get a little bit tackier, but I just, yeah, I didn't. And because of that, I ruined it. Okay, so that is 3 down. Do remember that is going to be your stencil. The parts that are going to be out is going to be the raised part. So you're going to end up with something. This is, pretend like this is the void. This is going to be your void. When you push it down, this is going to be your void, where this is going to be the actual stamp. I hope that made sense. Yeah, I want to make sure these are sticking to the board and not to myself, my paper. Okay. I'm going to just let that get tacky for a second and then start on my next one. We all knew I was going to keep those, right? We all knew I was going to. As soon as I seen it, I was going to. Also, pay attention when you guys do have your gun out. It does get super hot. I'm going to make a stand for this so it's safer, because right now that is not safe whatsoever, because that is on and it's hot and it does not have a timer. And if you're not paying attention, you could just grab it and then you burn yourself, because like right there, that is super hot to the touch. So definitely pay attention to that. It is very, very dangerous. But anything is, really. Anything can be dangerous if you just don't pay attention. I don't know why. That's cool. I'm gonna keep him. So those are two, and then these. So those were some ones I wasn't expecting to do. And I think the first full one I did of this turned out nice too. So that turned out nice. So in these I'm just gonna do individually. Like this one here is gonna be an individual one. This one's gonna be an individual one. I don't know yet. We'll get pictures. Promise. You'll get pictures. Or if there's anything you guys would like to, see me do, definitely let me know and I'll try it out. I love learning stuff like this. I do. I love learning. Oh, that one's cut there, so let's go ahead and just that. And once I start actually having some real projects going on, other than like, stuff that I just thought up because I've been impatient and want to do other stuff. But yeah, I'll start having some real projects going on, and I'll start getting better. That's the great thing about this, is I plan on getting better. And growing, and all that fun stuff. I want to make that weird. Let's go ahead and make that weird. Sweet. Okay. Got a few more. So that one's going to be about there. I'm not really too worried about the plastic at this point in time. It's not like I have a whole bunch of these laying around, but I do have a few. I have a few. So I'll be able to play around a little bit more if I have some more ideas and better ways of doing this. So yeah. So I'm going to get this one down and start this. But if anybody is catching this on a rerun, pops in later on, or anything, definitely start, if you're into something, if you're passionate about anything, or even not passionate about it and just want to try it, definitely jump into it. Because you don't know what is you until you try something. I mean, you know what's not you. I mean, that we all know what's not us until we try it. And that's what I liked so much about everything I have been doing these last few years. Yes, I'm just jumping in and doing it. It's like, I might not be perfect, but I'm trying. And you gotta give that. There is always try. Even if you don't succeed. Because at least you tried. Yes, I know I'm not a Jedi. But I've tried. And like I said, I'm just kind of getting the crevices on these so that it doesn't go in there. I'll be doing a Mod Podge afterwards. But I'm just trying to get an even base at least. Plus, I love to share with people. If I find something out, like, just anything, it's just nice to share, because if I learn how to do this, because I'm messing up so much on this, but you guys get to see how I'm doing it, so you get an idea on how it's done. And then you'll be able to do your own project, your own idea, your own creation, but at least you have a general idea on how something's made. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's why I'm recording most of this. And to be honest, it's selfish of me, to tell you the truth. I mean, selfish, because I'm actually doing this and recording it for myself, so that I remember how I did it the last time. Because now, like with my dragon head, I don't remember one step of that dragon head, not one. But I did it on camera, so now I can go back and I'll be like, oh, I did that. That's how I turned that. That's how I molded it into that. And it's just, and if you do mess up, you can go back and you'll be like, okay. I mean, even sports people watch themselves over and over and over again just so they know how they made that play, how they, yeah, it's just, that's why I do this. And if I'm able to share with you guys and you are able to learn something or at least smile once, then I've done my job. Me, talking to myself for hours at a time, I did something to, a little bit to help you guys out. And that's a big thing for me. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, that's my thinking on why I do this. No, to fall. Oh, how am I going to do that? I really like this shape, but I kind of don't want to keep them in like 15 billion of them. But at the same time, I really want to play with it. Yeah, I'm going to keep that one by itself, because that's just too unusual. Or these are more, like that's going to be one and that's going to be another one. So 2 is fine. 2 is fine for that, because then what I can do is, like I said, I'll be able to do different ones in the pattern, so that's great. But I just don't want to mix that one in with that one because it's just too unique. Get the edges down, kind of help that seal in a little bit, plus you don't have all that excess on the edges. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll just do some more glue on there and flap it down. I'm surprised my camera has not shut off. I'm so happy. I don't know how long I've been streaming, and I do appreciate both of you guys staying here for so long and all of my rebrands for later on. You all rock. I appreciate you. I really do. Yeah, that should be it. And then I'm going to get another piece. Probably, what I should have done was switch those and made that one. Yeah, good. I'm pointing at it so you guys can see it good. Made that one the bigger one. Unless I can make some more shapes for, like, right there. That would be... Oops, someone said something. Check out... Oh, cat's mouse. That's me. I'm saying stuff to myself. Uh-huh. Well, I'm using my webcam, and it's actually old Bob's old webcam, but my USB drivers, USB, I think that's what it's called, USB little ports on my computer are broken. If you just like barely tap the cord, it turns everything off. So that's why I keep losing like everything. So yeah, and with the cats, I really thought I'd had more cats jumping up here. But it's probably because I'm too hyper at this point, so they're like, oh, no, we're not going to, Mom. So yeah, so that was happening last night. That's why I couldn't have a problem. Because my computer is actually way over there, that way. My computer's way over there, and I'm crafting like way over here. And that was my hand like flying the glue off the table. Hey, old Bob, it beeped. Forgive me, guys. I'm going to go and figure out what beeped. You beeped.
Yeah, turn it off. Turn it off.
Well, guys, that was the dinner saying it was being ready. So that's actually great because I got at least, so that's one, that's two, three, so 4-ish stamps. I did try out some few techniques, so that's great. And I'm not done yet. I mean, I'm really not. But I just want to at least get what I have done. And then edited and put up in some type of reasoning, direction. So some reasoning and direction, because yeah, my video is not right now. My stream, I should say. The videos are different. Videos you can go back and redo many times. Streams, it's live, people. Hence why I'm so scared to do it. Because I'm live, people. If I mess up, there's no going back. If I say rings instead of strings, no going back. I mean, even honestly, if any of you guys are here, and I'm probably going to cut this out, so if you guys are here, you get some like inside scoop on me. My Creativerse builds, all of those buildings you see, I've built at least once, twice, 3 times before showing them on video. Now with blueprints, oh, it's all over. I do it once, twice, okay, perfect. Redo. No problem. Beforehand, oh my goodness, guys, I redid those videos so many times. The builds, everything. And I wish I would have started recording when I first started. Well, I can't even say first started gaming, because I've been gaming since I was 13. But when I first started, re-gaming, I should say, a few years back, because I stopped for a few years. I had some problems, so I stopped for a few years. And I'm just totally making a mess because I'm talking, and that's okay. Because it's still wet enough that I can do what I want. But yeah, it's just I've learned so much with all of this. Yeah, see, that's not going to fit because I don't want the edges sticking out. And that's not going to work. I need a bigger piece. Oh, please. Thank you. Still something from somebody and give it to somebody. Who knows? I don't know that saying. It used to be a saying when I grew up. Still from Peter to pay Paul, I think was the saying. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard that saying. I'm pretty old school. I know some pretty old school stuff. The new stuff, not so much. Now, since this is such a big piece, I'm not going to really worry about it too much being straight, since it is going to be a stamp on plastic that I can actually see through, which is awesome. I love that idea. I was just going to make patterns and do it on cardboard and then use it that way. And that's what I had planned, and then I was being myself and changed my plan. But I want to make sure that the sides at least have enough, corners of the sides that when I press down onto it, like this, because if this is here and you press down, I want to be able to make sure that I have enough room for my thumb to be able to kind of indentate on the sides and see where the line is going. Because for stuff like these, you kind of need to know where you are when you're pushing down and be able to see where the excess is coming and pouring out, so that you can even it out on the sides before lifting up. Because when you're pushing down into clay, you're going to have to lift up pretty evenly so that you don't get kind of a smear, unless you want that smear, and then you can just kind of play with it, which I will be definitely showing you the different smearing techniques that I learned. So yeah, I'll be definitely learning some new techniques. So that's going to be great. It's going to be fun. I can't wait, because all of this is learning. And I hope you guys learned something cool this year. You should learn at least one cool thing a year. At least one. One cool fun thing. So yeah, that's turning out nice. Oh, that's okay. I mean, it is going to be lower, so I might have to replace. Yeah, I'm going to have to replace that. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to have that so uneven like that. But if that happens, that's why we're doing it with the cheap stuff first, so that we can see how it works, right? We can see that now I should have paid attention to the corrugated. That's the word, the corrugated part to this. But if that happens, it's not a big deal. It is cardboard, so just pick it up and re-glue it. Oh, this one's not staying. Okay, it's all and that's how I talk too. I don't speak English. I speak weird tongue because I don't know how to say things sometimes. There we go. Ah. Come on, thank you. Like, just splatter it with more. Ooh, that would be actually a cool cool design as well. Once this glue dries, you'll be able to see the corrugation in that. That would actually be a cool little stamp too. Kind of get it on a roller going on. No cutting, no patterns or nothing. Get some lines going. That would be some good detail. See, just simple things like that. You know, it's great. Because now we can, you know, use that as another pattern for later on. And it's a natural pattern. Like this one here, I plan on, I don't know, can you see that? Good, you can. This one has a really cool pattern too. And I got this off of a broken brush. And this is really pretty. And as you can see, it has, I mean, we have that line there, but that would be really easy to clean up. So I do plan on doing something like that. And that was like these parts here. And you just, it's easier if you get these wet, like if you soak them into water first. But it has like the layers in it. So that's what's nice. I liked that one. So that's this one. I will be pointing that down once I splash this out. So I like this one really. This one turned out, I was not thinking about doing this one. This was just the spontaneous one. Like I said, I am going to clean these up and smush them down. So we'll definitely do that. And you just go ahead and get like a book or wood or anything that's flat. And just go ahead and either plastic. I'm also going to be using plastic bags that you can get from any grocery store or anywhere basically. And you put those in here. I'm going to just flatten down so that it gives more of a unique style. So that is one of my stamps. And still a work in progress, but that is really cool. I like how that kind of turned out. And you can flip it on different sides and kind of get different angles. You can also just do like one side or one little guy. So that's going to be really good. And I like this because, like I said, it gives me enough room where I can work with it and still kind of come out with something cool. So that was one. I did not get that one another. Really? Ah, okay. I'll fix that in a bit. Okay. I have to get this on, guys, or this one just like is a dud. And I don't want a dud. I don't want a dud. I have too many duds. Okay. There we go. So I like that one. Really like this one. This one was the one that I had the idea with. No, I want here, please. Thank you. I like this one. This one turned out really nice. And once again, it does give me a nice pattern to kind of go with. And my fingers are sticking to me. That needs to go back onto here, so why I did not finish that. I don't know why I have not finished that. And I knew I was missing one. So I found right away. Then we have this one. This one was a spontaneous one as well. I don't know if you guys can actually see that with all of the whiteness. So yeah, and that looks like a sign, so that's going to be really cool. It's going to be, you know, I can kind of work with that. Who knows, we might actually see some of those signs coming up. So, and that's, like I said, is going to be flattened down as well. And I know I had some more, didn't I? Oh, that's I did. But I probably misplaced them. That's probably me. But I want to get these put back on here. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about these guys. Oh, I waited too long. Waited too long. So definitely look for some updates on pictures for how these actually turn out. give or take a few hours for those. But who knows, I might take some pictures and post them right away because we all know I talk a lot. I like to share. I love glue. I'm telling you, I love glue. I want to make sure that one's down here because I want to be able to clean that up. I don't want that on my stamp. So I'm going to give enough room on the edges. Like I said, you want at least, my fingers are pretty small, but you at least want one of your fingernails width apart so that you're able to kind of even out on the side. So it doesn't kind of give that, I keep saying it, but honestly, it mushes out. And then you have all of this mess to pick up and you're like, I just messed up my whole thing because I didn't have enough side room to even that out with. So that is one of my tips for you guys. Other than have fun. If you're not having fun, no matter how many times you mess up, have fun. And if you mess up, hey, you mess up. Not a big deal. Unless it can't be redone. And then you're just, you know, next time. And then just make something else up. You know, just change the rules. Be like, no, it wasn't actually, no, I wasn't building that. Nope. Nope, it's exactly what I wanted it to be. Okay. Got 2 bows. I can't believe I made bows and hearts. Oh, I haven't made the heart yet, so yeah. So yeah, that's great. So I've got 2 bows down. I've got these here down. So great. So that's gonna be some kind of cool designs. So you guys will be able to see that in a bit once it dries up a little bit. Gets tacky, so I can actually squish them down without ruining them too much. Also, if you're working with cardboard, and you do come across like the bowingness of this, what you can also do is do a little bit more prep work, which I could have actually done now, especially with how long this has been. But just go ahead and kind of moisten these just a little bit. If you're working with cardboard, it will work perfect. Not to soaking wet where it's just like falling apart. But what you can do is, like, let's say I have this curve here that I really want to do something with, and I don't want to lose this plastic or anything that, you know, cost effective. What you can do is you can get your cardboard, wet it a little bit, and then it's easier to fold into the curves. And you're not losing your shape. You're just losing the straightness, if that makes any sense. So that's what you guys can do then. And then with the glue, you just have to want to pay attention to the glue a little bit longer, since the cardboard is going to take up the moisture and take a little bit longer to dry with it. You'll get more of a watery paste instead of a thickness like this. It'll be more watery. But that's really nice if you want to do some more of a different. And then if you're doing like a stencil like this, it will form to this, and then you'll just be able to roll it. At least that's my thinking. Might be some easier way to do it, but that's just my thinking. And that is a really cool thing if you do plan on doing any type of a rounded items like that. And then what you can do also is, once it does dry out, I just got like glue all over my face, guys. That is like so funny. And what you guys can do as well is, after it's formed, like of this one here, if I formed that with the with this beforehand, when it dried and I flattened this, it would dry flat with both of them together. So that's an idea I might try later on. If I do decide to keep with the stamp. I don't know if I want to go with more of a stamp, or if, like with like the stamp like this, because if I was just doing it with my pen, I don't know if you guys can see this. If you don't, I do apologize. Here. I actually had one, I just didn't have it out. So like for like this, you know, I mean, I want it stamped, but if I used one of my tools, like that I'm remaking, you know, I would just basically, I mean, just do my own design. Or if I wanted to do scales, I mean, I would do these much more prettier, of course, but you'll be able to do a lot more with your hand than you are with a stamp. even though you'll be able with a stamp, then one of the reasons why I did this is because I don't want to have to do all the detail, like for certain things. So a stamp like that would just be easier in some cases compared to easiness of your hand. So yes, that's just what I was planning on with those. And the reasoning in my thoughts, I wanted to try the stamps, but I didn't want to spend $20 for a stamp. So that's why you guys are having this wonderful conversation with me. So yeah, I'm excited. And that did not come out right. Please don't judge me. Don't judge me, Mucky. My coffee's wearing off, guys. That's what's happening. And I've had no music. But yeah, I like this one. I like all of these. I really do. I kind of was hoping to have more to show for my first stream. But I'm not disappointed. Not disappointed. I know. Once I watch this, then we'll see the disappointments. Yeah, and then we have this spot, but I'm going to actually wait off on. I'm going to look up what Avalier said about the bracelets and the strings, if I could say strings and not ring. So I want to try that. So that's going to be great. So who knows? We'll see a little bit of character going on. Oh, thank you, Butt Duck! Woohoo! 5 bits. Now, I can't really do much because you don't get to see my actual self, so woohoo! Butt Duck! Thanks, man. Hey, how are you doing? No, Butt Duck! Welcome to my stream, man. This is Cat's Mouse Creations. I am doing some of these guys. Honestly, stencil stamps. They're something. And I'm just trying to learn. You know, just seeing what I can put together tonight. And then later on, I do plan on doing a whole bunch of more creations. So that's gonna be super fun. Thank you for the bits, man. I appreciate it. You rock. Oh, you're on mute. Oh, hey, if you ever watch the Sunroof one. Yeah, I really like that. I mean, you can do much better. Anybody can. Anybody who can draw can do much better. I just like these. I like these because I made them. And honestly, what did I have to do? I had to get cardboard, a piece of plastic, and glue. And honestly, this is the only thing that costs money. Oh, and a pair of scissors. Don't forget a pair of scissors. So that's all my items I technically used today was a paintbrush. You can get dollar store or yeah, dollar stores, thrift stores, anywhere basically you can find and pick up one of these. Or even an old paint makeup brush. I don't wear makeup, but an old makeup brush would work perfectly for this as well. Scissors. I mean, honestly, you can make a pair. You can buy a pair. Same thing with those. You can find them anywhere you like. And then the glue. You can either buy some school glue, Elmer's glue. I have a video up of homemade glue that I have. And it works great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's all mushy and gooey and yucky. Very yucky and very fun to play with. It was so much fun to make. So yeah, so you guys can make all of this for like less than, if you did these correctly, you know, with the cutting and the foaming and stuff. I mean, honestly, go to the dollar store, you know, the school section, you'll find these. So out the door with a 2 liter gallon of soda. I like Dr. Pepper. That's my favorite. Out the door, $3, $4. And if you try to find something like this in a store, you're looking at $6, $12, $15, $29, just for some simple designs that you can do and make fun and be made fun of by making them. Oh. Are you okay, baby? I don't know if you can hear her, but that's Princess. Oh, baby girl. glorious mess. Yes, this is a glorious mess. I had to, yeah. If you do the reruns, you'll definitely see this was a fun mess. And Halloween's gonna be rolling around pretty soon. I think we have what, 4 months? 6 months? I don't know, something like that. We have like less than half a year until Halloween comes, and that's my favorite part of the year. And that's gonna be geeky. We're gonna see some hand modeling then. Peeling off my skin. Great for kids. But I mean, come on, tell me if that looked freaky. If that was like black or black and blue, get some like little, you know, oh, here. Sorry, I have to. I said it, I have to. If you guys are watching, I said it, I have to. Pay attention if you do something like this. Do not ruin a pin that you want. This is wet glue that will ruin the tip. But I'm just going over a part that is dry. I want to see if it turns black and blue, like a like a bruise. You know, when you hit yourself, it has a blue tint to it. So I want to see how that would work with the ink. Oh, I'm weird. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get this started. I'm most likely going to be cleaning up soon because I just want to get into the clay. It's still sunshine. It is still sun shining. That's how you know I'm getting too excited. So I'm going to actually go outside. I'm going to go out into the sun, put my socks on, take off my socks, put my sandals on, and pull out the big boys and start my clay. Because I am so excited. And no, I can't hide it. Now, like I said, with this one, I'm just kind of, like I said, just getting the edges down so that I know that these are going to stick. And also, it kind of helps fill in the corrugated spots, because when I do, again, push these down into the clay, it is going to fill in all of these corrugated spots as well. So that will actually end up as a texture. And I really kind of don't want that at this point in time. My next ones, I do plan on taking my heat gun. I have a heat gun, which I got, I believe, the holiday season of last. And I'm going to take my heat gun, I'm going to get some more plastic like this. I'm going to take my heat gun, and I'm going to do layers. I'm going to have one piece of plastic, and then my stencils, or my this, and I'm going to take another piece of plastic, and I'm going to melt it into it, kind of, so it, yeah, that's what the plan is. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know how that is going to work. I've never done it before. But once I get a pattern that I like and I'm comfortable with, that is one of my tools I plan on having. So that's going to be fun. This is going to be fun. And I am going to put that there. Because he's just weird and he deserves to live, right? That's how I see it. If it's weird enough and it looks cool, it's became a Misfit Toys. And that is also another thing that I plan on doing. I have a toy line coming out. And, well, not coming out. I'm building it, I'm making it, I'm playing with it. It's not coming out anywhere other than my imagination. The toys are coming out of my imagination, and if I can create them. But the toy line is going to actually be called Misfit Toys. And it's going to be just whatever I can build, whatever comes up in my imagination. And old toys that, you know, just need a new home. They need a new life. And I'm going to give it to them by creating something beautiful out of them. And learning in the process. Because you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. And then you realize, I don't know, shh. I don't know anything. I know, peeling glue for my hands. That's what I was saying earlier. Forgive me if it does take me a few more minutes or seconds to see the chat. I don't know if you, that's actually my finger, not my middle finger that it looked like. I have pictures up of the setup here. Well, I'm actually on the other side of my computer desk, because my computer desk is like this, and my monitor is actually way over that way. Yeah, so my computer desk is way over that way. And I'm like way over this way, if that makes any sense. So yeah. And then, but yeah, no, I was saying, go back to the hand part. After the apologies for not being able to read it fast enough. During Halloween, what you can do, or not even Halloween, because that would freak them out even more. My camera is there, and my voice box thing is way over that way. So forgive me if my voice changes a lot, volume I should say. But during not even Halloween, but just kind of go like this, get some like red coloring paints, or washable paints is really good too, and kind of like draw in some red blood. Let this sit just for a little bit, so they don't see the white, they just see like the clear. Like this is all covered in glue as well, and just like let this dry for them, and then be like, look at my veins, and then let's see. Yeah. It's like, look at my veins. Sorry, I'm a weirdo. We all know this. You guys will get to know me very well. I have a sense of humor, I just have a bad one. I don't want to lose this, but I don't think I have any more plastic on me. I have these. Oh, I have this one. Yay! This was my first attempt on doing a stencil on I actually just turned this off when I went back and picked up some things, so this is not actually on. So that's great, because that is very dangerous. But I tried to use the hot glue, and this is what I actually ended up making. A big mess. Oh, sorry, I was looking at my... So yes, and that's how I got this. But that's perfect, yay! And that's perfect size. Yay, yay me. See, I always use everything I can. Like all of this junk, I don't know if you guys can actually see the mess that I have here. Well, you can't see it because, well, it's there. This is actually all going to be recycled as well. Like this this one here could probably be like an edge piece that I can use, because it actually works out pretty well. Or even a crown if you want to do like a doll, a doll crown or something, if you want to do into the doll versions. Of course, I'm thinking more of like sandbags, because this would be a great piece for a sandbag. Like fold it up a little bit so it has like 1 or 2 layers. Sorry about that, guys. So cut this up in 1 or 2 layers. Kind of give it a little indentation with your scissors. Kind of just go like that. So it has an indentation kind of on the corrugated areas. Put that little bunkers around it. Perfect. And that's why I like these, this style more, and I'm going to be going bigger, because I want to do an actual stamped map. I think that would be really cool, kind of have a little, I don't know, it's an idea. Just one of the mini. Crazy stuff. So like I said, remember to try and have at least, like as you can see, that's not very much of a, I don't have a ruler. Before I say I don't have a ruler, maybe I should check my, I thought I had a ruler on me. At least a fingertip width along the sides, so that you're able to push them down and clean up the messes on the sides. Oh, you guys can't see me. I keep forgetting the camera's there. Even though everything else is behind me. There. And I will test out that one I mentioned before about the water with you guys, so you can see what I'm talking about, to kind of give you the idea of working with shapes on curved items. I'm going to keep that because I might actually make something, and I might want that plastic. So yeah, so I might want that plastic, so I'll wait on that. I mean, this part I really can't do much with, unless I want more of the indentation. More of the indentation. But yeah. it's still usable at some point in time in some type of crafting. These are actually going to be part of my windows. Not these, but you know, this type of plastic. I'm going to be using it for like windows, for a lot of different see-through items that I'm going to need. That I'm going to need. Oh, I better left. Poor guy. Okay, so yay! I'm so happy. That was my first attempts. You can do a lot with glue guns. I mean, you really can, and it's awesome if you know what you're doing. So I am going to actually take these into the kitchen. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what I can show you guys before I leave, so we can have one good picture of the mess. Crafting is always fun until you make 2 seconds into crafting. It's all sticking. Oh, this is so funny. I don't know if you guys can see my fingers, but I have like these like lines and spider webs coming from each of my hands. So yeah, if you guys looked a second ago, this was all nothing but white. Like, this is still tacky, so I'd wait a little bit longer before pulling it up. So yeah, so fun. So we've got stickiness. We've got stickiness. That's what we've got. So I'm actually going to pick up my mess. Old Bob just made dinner, I think. That's what he's eating. Yeah, he's eating. He's already done. And I'm still crafting. So yeah, I'm happy with these. I really am. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, honestly, do you think they're... Honestly, be honest with me, guys. Because that's the only thing I do. If you want something honest from me, I'm going to tell you right there. If I don't like it, I'll understand, you know, why. Because, you know, you have to know why someone doesn't like it. Because if you don't like it, you know why. Oh, don't stick there, please. Don't stick there. I like you. I really like these. These turned out really weird, but so cool. And then what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do some Mod Podge layers. Maybe about 2 coats. So you want to give about an hour of coating once this is dry. Just because I'm going to be pressing it into the clay. But yeah, that will all be in my YouTube video. And kind of just going along on how this has worked out. My next video for Cat Smiles Creation will be a lot more organized, I promise. I promise. And my streams will get better. As you can see, or if you guys have been following any of my social media accounts, I've been actually working on it. I really have. I've been working on it. Oh, don't forget my fish. I can't forget my fish. We have a little fishy guy that I'm going to be doing. Yeah, my fishy guy is going to go on here. Why not? My fishy guy deserves to be a little thing. Oh, and see, this is what I used with the bottom of the can, the bottle. And it's just great because you can put different colors in there. You know, you can push it up into making a mixture little spot in the middle there, which is great because if you just, you know, if you want to make green, you don't want to ruin your whole paint job, your paint. So you just kind of bring these up and mix up the colors in the middle. At least I found that useful in my creations. That little trick there. So I want to make sure he's there, and that is not going to work. So I need to make sure he's there because I have the glue. And I'm just pushing the paint and the glue into the crevices and just kind of working that in there if it stays. Like, again, always leave yourself some room to play with, especially if you want to straighten up any of the lines later on, because like that's almost to the point where I won't be able to use it because of the curve here. So yeah. Cardboard flying everywhere, cats. Cardboard flying. Okay. Thanks, babe. Okay, there we go. Take out that extra little glue that's kind of seeping through the sides. And he did not stick, but that's okay, because we can always stick them again.